Hi everyone. So it's time for today's connections game. I know you have seen the thumbnail, so you would know what the words of today are. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to show you the 16 words. They need to be put in four categories of four words. Pause this video and give it your best shot. Watch till the end of this video. At the end, I will reveal the four groups of four words. Let's start with today's words. Fleece. Fleece is an interesting word because fleece is, again, it can be a verb and it can be a noun, right? So fleece as a noun is what the sheep has on it, right? The sheep has fleece. So, and I think there's a myth about the golden fleece, one of the Greek myth, I think. So fleece is what the sheep is kind of wearing. But then to fleece, when it's a verb, to fleece means to rip somebody off. So did they rip you off? Did you fleece? Did they fleece you? Did they swindle you? Did they steal your money? All of those are fleece, to fleece. Then we have the word hose. Now hose is quite interesting because hose is a verb and a noun, right? So it's in its simplest form. Hose is like the plastic type tube or the maybe different type of fabric tube that you use the water hose, or a fireman uses a hose to extinguish the fire, to put the fire down, but or actually put the fire out. So put out means to extinguish. But hose also, like, it's a like hosiery having to do with stockings. So that's why women's pantyhose is the kind of a stocking that women wore. So that's another hose. But then as a hose means to rip off, to means that they just hosed me, as in they took all my money away, right? And I just want to say to you that I know these can be complicated and hard to follow, but even native speakers, British and American people, have issues, have problems with these words. So if this is hard sometimes for you, just be kind to yourself, pat yourself on the back, and dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep going, because English is vast and you need to be able to be a trooper. Just keep going, okay? So that's hose. But then to hose means, again, to rip somebody off. They hosed me, right? And then we have the word rob, and as is opposed to rob, right? Which I actually did a video on this, on rob and rob. And so rob means somebody robbed me. It could also mean, so rob means, bank robbery, or a burglar is a robber, right? Cops and robbers was the children play. So cop is a cup, right? It's another interesting word because cup, as opposed to, right, that's a cup. Those are my cups. That is the thing that you're drinking, right? Your coffee cup. But cup is a cup, which is a longer R. So pay attention to that. So we have cops and robbers, and but then you can also say, you robbed me of my joy, which is like kind of, not real, not physical, not manifest, and not tangible. But you can actually say robbing somebody of their experience. And then, as I said, also rob could be, but then we have the word rob. So rob is short for, it's a short of rub. Like, can you give me a back rub? You don't say back rub, which is a massage, right? Or can you just rub here? Means then, touch it and stroke it. Or so that's rough. And then finally, the word that is for means rip off, stiff. He just stiffed me my tip. The waiter can say somebody that didn't pay their tip. It's like, you just stiffed me, as in you didn't pay me, rip me off, rip off, stealing. And so it's, of course, rip off and stealing is different because you steal somebody's car, you don't rip their car off, but you rip somebody off. That means that, so rip off means to not give somebody what they are owed or they deserve. So, you could stiff a waiter their tip. That's stiffing somebody. It's not that you stole, but it kind of implies and becomes like stealing. So stiffing, robbing, hosing, fleecing, they are all rip-off, but the rip-off is different. And then another one, stiff, is that stiff can be an adjective. Oh, you are so stiff. Like, you go to the gym and they try to, bend down. I can't bend down. That's because you're stiff, right? So stiff, you're not flexible, stiff. So that's another word that's another meaning. So we have adjective, we have the verb, which is to rip off, and then stiff means kind of, you could use it as a noun, which is for corpse. Those stiffs, and you can also make fun of people. These stiffs, as in you kind of calling people like they're corpse. So rip off, fleece, hose, rob, and stiff. It's not stiff. Okay? Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. Thank you. Now let's go back to our video. Let's go to the next group. So things made of wax. Okay. So this is, again, connections. It's not me. So candle means, something which is out of wax. Now, candle really doesn't have a lot of meanings. It's not a very versatile word. So we can have candle, and then you have expressions, candle in the wind, the song by Elton John. And so candle, means that usually know what a candle is. Crayon, the same way. Crayon, the thing that kids use, is made of wax. They paint things with it. Honeycomb is, wax as in honey wax. And honeycomb, and then seal. Now, seal can be made of wax. Now, this is why you need to be kind to yourself, because seal could also, so seal here means the seal of approval, which is made of wax, right? Seal, stamp. But also seal could be, the weird, is it like a what? Sea, like dog or something? It's like the seal. And then, in America, we have Navy SEALs, which is short for something, right? Seal. So, but seal, it's seal. And then did you seal it shut? It's a verb. But then you can also seal it. It's a seal of my approval. Seal this whole thing, as in close it tight, right? But this is my seal. This is my stamp. This is my sign. Okay. So things made of wax are candle, crayon, honeycomb, and seal. And then units for vegetables are bulb. So bulb, the thing about bulb is that also you have lamp bulb, right? So that's the bulb. Can you change the bulb? That means can you change the lamp? Ear, ear is also, ear, of course, you know what ear is. And it's funny because we have the word eerie, not that it's Eary, but eerie means really weird and kind of. Then we have the word head. Now, head has so many meanings, right? Head, it's a verb, it's a noun. So there's a verb to head something, right? He was heading this meeting. Or, but then head can also be a verb to go somewhere. Where are you heading? Which means where are you going? Where are you? What is? And then where are you heading? So head means to preside over something. Head means going somewhere. Then in when you're typing or when you have working with words, heading is the title of something. Head is really, he's got a lot. And then somebody can be heady. Oh, that's a very heady argument, which means it's like it's really intellectual, right? So that's, and then so those are verbs. And then as a noun, who's the head of this organization? Or, the head is usually the principal member, the higher up. And, the head of something. And again, here is the unit of vegetable. And then we have the word stock. It's not stuck. Okay. So again, stock, whereas stuck. So stuck is stuck, and stuck means I'm stuck here. I got nowhere to go. I'm stuck. But you say to stalk, somebody's stalking me. That means, they're following you. And I actually had a video on this. To stalk somebody, right? He's my stalker, as in he's following me wherever I go. But then you can have stock as a unit of vegetable. This is a stalk of wheat. And then finally, so the vegetable parts were bulb, ear, head, and stalk. Finally, parts of an airplane, cabin. Now, cabin, usually is like the cockpit. It's usually called the cabin, where the pilot is. It's a cabin. But also cabin means like a cottage in a forest. I have a cabin there, right? And cabin generally usually means like a room or an enclosure. And then we have expressions like cabin fever. I think I'm having cabin fever, which is kind of like I feel not so good being stuck in this room type thing. Then we have engine as a part of an airplane. An engine usually means motor or something that moves something, a part of a system that literally or figuratively or just really it means verbatim, it's an engine. This is a car engine. But also an engine could be a search engine, or it could be an engine for creating games, or an engine. So engine, it's in general something that generates things, generates energy, generates move. And of course, the word engineer comes from engine. But who's the engine? What is the engine behind this, right? Or cryptocurrency, what is the engine behind this? Like, what is generating? What is the system that is creating this whole thing? That's engine, right? And of course, literally engine is the thing inside your car. That's an engine, and generator is a type of an engine. And then another part of an airplane is a nose. Now, of course, nose, this is nose. And it's interesting because nose, nose, can also be who knows, right? So that's knows, knows and knows, who knows. And finally, wing. Wing is another interesting word because, again, it has several meanings. I actually did a video on this. Wing means, it could be a part of an airplane, of course, part of a bird, a wing, but it's also for a building. There are different wings of this building. What are the wings? Wings are different wings of this building. Or, it's west wing of the White House. So wing, but also wing can mean it's a verb to wing. Just winging it. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm just winging it. That means I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of making it up as I go, to wing. Then, like, if you go to a bar, who's being your wingman? Like, you bring your friend to help you, support you with, talking to women. That's your wingman. And so, again, wing has a lot of meanings. Anyways, see you later.